Hello everybody, and welcome to another character guide video for One Piece Burning Blood. My name is Silvokiji, or Silvokiji, I prefer, and this is TheZoneGamingGo. Now, I've done this video multiple times, and I've just been confused about how to do Drake's video, so excuse me for what's going to happen to you guys right now, but I'm going to go in so much detail, it's going to be ridiculous. I'm going to repeat myself, I'm probably might say the wrong thing on accident, and then I actually will fix myself, but we're going to detail. Okay, first off, Drake is a 2,000 point character. He's a Devil Fruit character. He does not have Haki, and I know he has transformation, which turns to a dinosaur, but because of what I'm going to have to do, this is going to be in the next video. He has one gimmick, and that gimmick is called Lucky Guess by my suggestion. Basically what it does, or technically not what it does, is what he is about. Garp is a character, not Garp, but Drake is a character that's based on countering. Not just because of a move that counters, but because that's technically how he actually plays. And we'll get into it, and so you can understand exactly what I mean. So let's talk about his auto combo real quick. So his auto combo is going to be 5 hits, and with a combination of X Drake as well as Heavy Mace. So it's going to be a knockaway, and it can be a uni-chain. Okay, so you can, let's just demonstrate it here with the uni-chain. And there you go, beautiful. So good amount of damage. Okay, so interruptions for his auto combo. So after the second hit is generally where you can actually get the sweet spot for most characters. So it's the third and fourth hit for Drake. Before that, he can utilize his unique button and his guard break in that combo, but it will not actually be a chain. Technically, his guard break isn't a chain on any of his buttons, but it's like a mix-up tool. It's just a trick basically to get your opponent to unblock or possibly get them to start blocking and, step away. So on his third hit here, he can do his X Drake special attack. He can do his Heavy Mace special attack. Oh, that's fourth hit. Heavy Mace special attack, and he can also do his former Rear Admiral, and this is a counter here. He can utilize his what's it called, ranged attack, and I'm forgetting one. No, I'm not. That's it. So basically, what this gives is opportunity for you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about special attacks and about where they actually go in this kit. So for his basic here, this is the simplest one he can actually utilize is X Drake, and it's a very tricky tool as well, because what you can actually do with X Drake, I'm going to show it right here without actually doing a combo, is that you can stop it early, and when you stop it early, you're allowed to actually go into your Rear Admiral, which is the counter. So if your opponent actually does block and they try to say, okay, I can hit you back now, this is your opportunity. Like, of course, you can just let it go and just relax, or you can simply just cancel any time before the sword actually comes back to him to actually do the rear admiral and catch your opponent off guard with the counter. And how the counter works, how this move actually is utilized, is that I'm going to do it right here. Is that you have full body armor when you actually have this counter activated. So here you go. Come on, Sanji. Oh my goodness. Okay, so full body armor, so as soon as he hits it, he activates the counter effect, gets countered, gets sent off, and that is a uni chain. So basically what you can utilize that move for in this regard is that you can actually do a little combo and then simply go into that trickery and kind of get that free counter off your opponent. So let's move on to the Heavy Mace too. Let's talk about this a little bit. So the Heavy Mace interruption here in a combo is blockable. If you try to use it in front of your opponent's face, it is completely blockable. But if you use it when you are behind your opponent, it's still not a true combo, but because of the angle of being behind your opponent and you have to have the extra turn, the move becomes basically unreactable. You won't be able to block it. So it's one of the it's basically the most damaging combo he actually can utilize, but at the same time, you have to get behind your opponent. Now, on the fourth hit, he can still do everything. But think about the fourth hit and how it actually kind of differentiates between the third hit. That the fourth hit, because of the angle, the counter actually misses completely. So you can no longer do the counter interruption in that fourth hit. But you can still do everything else. That's basically the only thing, really, is that the counter actually completely misses. What else we can look at here is the range attack. So when you're actually doing the combo, you can cancel into the range attack. You can do this, and you can use that Heavy Mace because it's unreactable in the back. But like I said, you have to hit the back hit. Now, same thing with the counter. You can do this in a counter effect. So something really cool you can do to trick your opponent is literally go into these basic hits, do this, wait, this, range attack, interruption. It's scary. The thing about it is that Drake has a lot of connections with his auto combo. By going into his range attack can link to all of his special attacks as well as link to his unique buttons as well. So let's go to his unique buttons. So his first unique button is a heavy mace slam that ends with a knockup. His second unique button, which is down unique, is a flurry. Basically, it's a weaker version of his X Drake. You can actually combo his unique button with his down unique button. And his down unique button can actually be comboed with X Drake. So you can technically do this. Okay, ooh, sorry, a little bit too far. And a little mini, 30% damage in combo. Of course, sadly, thing about this move, or X Drake period, is that it doesn't knock your opponent down. But due to the fact that the combo does start with a knockup, and you are hitting an opponent that's already airborne, the opponent automatically falls down. So technically, you're making your own auto combo. Okay, let's go to his normal guard break. Let's go to the essentials real quick. So his normal guard break is, like I said, is a double hitter before, and double hitter mainly only used for switching out. So do this, switch out. Wait a minute. Do pad can. There we go. Simple as that. That's usually what it's used for, switching your characters out for a free switching. His heavy guard break is a command grab, knocks your opponent down, and starts to roll. So for those Conqueror hockey characters, very cool. Now, another cool thing about this move is that you can literally do his jumping unique, which is kind of like the basically a knockdown, puts the person in sort of kneeling type state. And when it actually knocked down, you can combo with your heavy guard break, just like that. Now his jumping attack is, I like to call it X marks the spot, and this kind of creates basically a cross-up tool. So fun part about Drake is that he actually does have a crossbow tool. Do this right here, start a combo, have fun. And you got the back hit. Now before you had to get behind your opponent to actually do that, but with the cross-up tool with his jump attack, you can go ahead and manage it, walk behind your opponent because you have all the time in the world, start the combo, and get the full damage from the heavy mace combo. Okay, so speaking of which, let's go over his unique button, not unique button, but his range attack one more time. So when he does the unique button, his range button, he can't actually go into his down unique. It has to actually be the unique button that knocks him up. Okay, one more thing here. Back you up. I'm kind of going all over the world and I know this. For his unique button, if you actually do the knockup here, you can actually do heavy mace combo, and you can work it on a wall. It's usually a wall only thing, so you can't get a unit chain off of it because heavy mace is actually a unit chain. And speaking of unit chains, Drake does have two. His first unit chain is heavy mace, and his second unit chain is former rear admiral. Okay, so I pretty much wrapped up a lot of close calls for this character, but to kind of I guess compact this whole argument is that Drake is a character that reacts to guesses. So if your opponent, like I said before, makes the wrong guess, they're being punished. You have a counter. You have all these different mix-up tools to kind of just go after your opponent and basically oh, you're going to do this, I'm going to do this instead. See, when you're utilizing the heavy mace combo, yeah, sure, the heavy mace combo can be done when you're hitting a person in the air. I mean, not in the air, but in front. But maybe that opponent won't expect you to do heavy mace and try to actually attack you. They're probably predicting you might do something else, like maybe they're trying to do a safe X Drake. You're playing rock, paper, scissors the entire time with your opponent. And that's what makes this character so annoying to actually deal with. Okay, so now we're going to be going into the actual thing I really want to talk about Drake, and that is his special movement. So Drake's special movement is really unique. It's the only one of its kind. His special movement basically chases towards your opponent, but he has complete armor when he's doing it. Drake will not take any damage at all whatsoever when he's actually doing this move. As we can demonstrate right now, Sanchi, come and hit me. He'll become completely invincible. Now guard breaks still go through him, so that's the thing, but completely invincible. So what Drake can do, and which makes him pretty dangerous, he can actually utilize his special movement, go for side steps, trick his opponent basically, kind of get that invincibility, go through projectiles. It's an extraordinary ability to actually have. This makes it so Drake can easily close in the gap on his opponents, as well as make your opponent second guess when actually fighting against this character, because they're not gonna. It's like he can beat incomings, he can beat people when they're doing fast wake ups. Those gaps that opponents have when they're actually doing certain attacks, he can block them, and instead of like, you know, suffering from the block string, he himself just ignores it all completely and just becomes completely invincible towards it. Now, like I said, guard breaks do actually get through him, and so that is the downside for him. We're gonna go over his Unity chains now. So on Unity chains, I believe Drake has multiple options, but we're gonna talk about the two big ones I want to talk about. So the first Unity chain combination is the heavy mace combo. Of course, the heavy mace combo is the same thing as his basic auto combo combination, except of course you're doing it for free. Now the thing about this heavy mace combo is that the heavy mace can be done a third and fourth hit, as I mentioned before, but something you gotta look out for too is the positioning your opponent and how many times you actually hit them. So depending who actually started the Unity chain off, you might actually get a drop. So you gotta watch out for that, because you don't want your opponent to actually drop in the middle of this, because it happens a lot where opponents actually where you actually do a lot of stuff and you aim with the heavy mace, get the first hit, your opponent falls on the ground, and you get punished for it. That's how a lot of Drakes actually get destroyed. Okay, another matchup thing you can do is utilizing the counter aspect. So of course Drake can do this. I always mess that up when I'm talking. Yeah, there we go. Do this right here. Can end the count. Now the cool thing about this is that it's the counter aspect. So flash counters are not guard breaks. You can block flash counters if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I don't even remember. I don't know. Whatever. So when you do it, so basically the counter aspect, I'm guessing that this is for the flash counters. I did may or not be. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is just a very safe option to utilize. Like even if you like completely miss completely, you still have that option to use the counter. Okay, so that's basically wrapping up what Drake actually can do as a character. Like I said, very lucky how the character actually is created. Like you have to predict. You have to use his moves. You have to utilize him as a character. You're not going to be doing those really big damaging moves, but as you saw from that beautiful Unity chain I did with Kuma with the pad can, this is just with Kuma. You know pad can's not that strong. I was able to do a ton of damage simply from using the Unity chain and then actually bringing out Drake, and then, oh my god, you know what, screw it. I quit. Let's just do it this way. Let's utilize this version, because this version also works too. If you do the range attack here. Just beautiful damage, and of course with the Unity chain it does about way more, about 60%, 70% more than that. Not more than that, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's basically it, guys. So that's it for my Drake video. Hope you guys kind of learn a little bit about Drake in that regard. We'll talk about the dinosaur transformation in the next video. But you know, if you haven't already, look at some of the other guys that the channel has to offer, as well as the cool and awesome hardcore sets that are also offered by all the other players on the channel. So enjoy playing One Piece Burning Blood.